Todd Anderson, the star of the show, getting ready to showcase his skills on the diamond. It's the Baltimore Orioles and the Detroit Tigers. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And we're back. And on the hill, Todd Anderson. And singing, it's not hard to see, he's been outstanding.
Well, you just take a look at the numbers, ERA in the low ones. He's clearly been one of the best pitchers in the league this year. I mean, just dynamic stuff. It's electric as well as it comes through the zone. Hitters trying to figure out what he's doing. So hard to think with. And the only bad thing for him is that your ERA can really only go up. It's hard to take it down lower unless you throw a shutout. So we'll see what he's got in this one.
Michael Ciani, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Anderson, a 6'6" southpaw, 265 pounds. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. And now it's Ahmed Rosario. Fastball, and he gets out of the way. Now snap throw to first. Ciani dives back in safely. Ciani gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And it's 1-1. Snap throw to first. And he's back safely. Fights it off. He'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And that's in the dirt.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Up the middle. Nice stop. And he beats it. He's safe. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
First and second, no outs. Walls now at the plate. He's got 4 hits in the series on 9 at-bats. First pitch, and he just misses. Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more.
In for a strike, and the count is 1-1. And fouled off. Ripped to the right center. Should be extra bases. Around third. He'll score and the Tigers have the lead. Runner around third. In to score from first. It's 2-0.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Nelson Velasquez. To the right side, and he handles it himself for the out.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
And now it's William Contreras. Contreras matched a homer in his last game. Outside with a breaking ball. On the ground to third. On to first. That's out number 2.
He's given up a couple of runs, but the pitch count really not as high as you would think. Might be able to get through this one under 25 pitches.
Here's the third baseman, Ricky Chavez. Right side, hard hit. He'll do it himself. They limit the damage here. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We move on to the second here at Comerica. It's the Tigers 2 and the Orioles nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the second. And the batter now, Nick Gonzalez. Anderson back to work. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. Anderson, a former Cy Young Award winner, he features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a slurve, and he occasionally uses a curve. The lefty fires. Swing and a foul straight back. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
Up the middle, Triolo. Over to first. That's 1 out, the bottom of the second.
Batting 8, the shortstop,
Carson Williams getting ready to hit. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. Fastball in for a strike, 0-1.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
1-1. Next offering is in the dirt. The shortstop takes the ball.
2-1.
On the ground, right side, and it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
He was all over that one. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Wyatt Langford up now for the Tigers. Homered last night, added another hit as well. And that curveball drops in there for a strike.
0-1.
One out and a runner at second, bottom half of inning number 2. Now one missed.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Man at second. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Anderson, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. That's whipped. Base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. And he's down.
Well, they were trying to put the pressure on him right there, trying to score from second base on that base hit. And I tell you what, really nice job by the defense. They got it in quick enough, cut him off at the plate. Nice job.
Back to the top of the Detroit order. Here's the center fielder, Michael Ciani. Scored the first run of the game back in the first after a single to reach base. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike 1.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
Runner on the go. There's a ball. Safe in second with a stolen base. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Yeah, that's fouled off. This one in the dirt. Two outs.
We got full count.
In the dirt, but kept close. Swings and misses, and that'll do it. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We played 2 full. It's the Tigers 2 and the Orioles nothing. Back here in Detroit as we go to the last of the third. Now at the plate, Ahmed Rosario. Ripped on the ground to second. Gets it to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
The first baseman, number 12, Aaron Wall.
So up next, Aaron Walls. Doubled in his first AB. That's outside.
That's out.
Ball one. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Back there. And it flies to the deepest part of the park. No doubt about this one. Home run. He'll touch them all. Home run number 20 on the year. And they add a run. It's 3-0.
I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
One down. Nelson Velasquez, the next to hit, grounded out his first time. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
On the mound, he's got to remember his offense can score a lot. So if he can hit the reset button from here going forward, there's still a chance that his club can win this ball game. It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touched it.
The next offering misses. Ball two. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
2 down, bases empty. And now the catcher comes up to hit. William Contreras grounded out his first time. Fastball for a strike. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Missed with a changeup. 1-2 the count.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Swing and a ground ball. Triolo. And that is that. 1 hit in the inning, a solo homer. 3 innings complete. It's the Tigers 3 and the Orioles nothing. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. That one off the mark, and that's ball one.
Well, these Tigers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Ball 2.
Fouls one off. 2-2.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Perfectly executed 12-6 curveball right there. And with that kind of break, if you can drop it in below the zone like that, it's going to look like a strike the entire way coming in and then just disappear. So hard to get under the ball unless you're really gearing up for it, and you might need a pitching wedge.
Gonzalez at the plate now. That's ball 1. 1 out, bases empty. Gonzalez measures 5 feet 10 inches, 200 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent. Fouled off left side. The 1-1 is fouled off. One down, base is empty. And that one a little below the knees. Now 2-2.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
And it remains 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That misses the zone. Full count, 3-2. The 3-2 is outside, and it's ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Williams batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And the runner holds.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Langford now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Outside low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two outs. And that one is downstairs. 2-1.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
And there's a foul ball. Pitch misses. 3-2 now. Gonzalez leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And down on strikes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Tigers leave 1, but they lead at 3-0. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Brandon Williamson.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Anderson with some decent work and a shorter start.
He'll want to do better in his next outing, but there's some positive takeaways here. They did get the win after all, and still I think he'll have a lot to look at when he reviews the tape.